This is number 19, and then following that will be number 20 in regards to the series I've been teaching on having faith in God, feeding your faith in God, and secondly, starving your fears. Now, today in the next session, I'm going to talk about the wars of the end times. The Bible does talk about the fact that there will be wars and rumors of wars as signs of the last times. But I want to go directly today into the next session into the three wars that are talked about and discussed or revealed to John the Apostle by the Lord Jesus Christ, that it was part of the revelation of Jesus Christ and what he's going to do. Now, there are three wars that are going to take place. One is going to be a war in heaven, and that will be with Michael the archangel. We'll talk about that one today. And then there's also two other wars that are going to be mentioned here, and that is the war by the Antichrist, a war against the saints, and thirdly, the war of the Lord Jesus Christ and his return back, which will be the conquering war, the final war. Now, again, I want to emphasize the importance of we need to have faith in what God said. And war is coming. All these kinds of wars are coming. The book of Revelation will talk about them. But secondly, we need to stop fearing them. Starve your fear. They're not bad for us. They're good for us. That's what we've got to focus on. What is God doing to replenish the earth, to heal the earth, to cleanse the earth? Here's the process, and this is found in Revelation chapter 12. It says here in verse 7, and this is again the first war that is, well, the second war that's mentioned, but it says, and there was war in heaven. Now, this is going on in the heavenlies. This is where the throne of God is, where Jesus sits with his Father at the right hand of the Father. It says, and at that time, during the tribulation period, somewhere in the middle of the tribulation period, there will be war in heaven. Michael and his angels will fight against the dragon, which of course is the devil. And the dragon fought, and his angels, or the fallen angels, the disobedient angels to God. And verse 8 it says, and prevailed not, neither was there found any more place for them in heaven. And so Michael is going to cast out the devil. Now, we never see Jesus binding the devil in all of his earthly ministry whatsoever. We do see the fact that he told us to resist the devil, to cast out the devil from people's lives, but he did not bind him. He did not cast him out of heaven yet. But when Satan is cast out of heaven by Michael the archangel, his interpretation of that, I'm talking about the devil now, is he's going to be upset with the people that are living on the earth like you cannot believe, and he is going to make war against the saints and overcome them. We're going to talk about that in the next session. But what I want to emphasize here is that we need to believe that these wars are going to take place. And when this war, when God commissions the archangel Michael to cast out Satan from the throne, Satan will no longer have any access to the throne. He will no longer be able to accuse the brethren day and night as he is doing now. Now, let me just say this in this accusing the brethren. Uh, most of the time we might think, well, the devil is up there in heaven. He stands before the throne like in Job, and he's constantly accusing God or accusing us of things. But actually, the accusations that Satan is able to, bring against any and all saints is our own accusations when we judge, when we criticize, when we condemn, when we find fault, when we point out the faults with other people. And there are plenty of faults in all of our lives. We've got to understand that. But finding the fault is not the answer. It's not the solution to our problems in life. God needs us to understand that as well. And so Satan will be cast out. He will no longer be able to accuse the brethren because he will not have our accusations there. And he's going to be angry and want to slaughter and destroy and prevail or make war against the saints. And so we want to talk a little bit more about that here in the next session. But remember, there is going to be war in heaven, has nothing to do with you and I here on earth, but the powers of darkness, the powers of the devil will be dethroned at that time in the heavens. But he will come to earth and make war against the saints. And we got to identify those saints. So listen to the next session. You have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye-bye.